I'm all for being efficient, but where I get off the boat is why do we have to have restrictions on end-of-life care and these panels that rule on cost-effectiveness grounds, and it's this whole spectrum that ends with the British system, which does say if you're old you don't get this operation because it's too expensive and you're too old. Why do we need to immediately go to that? That's making the system worse, not better. That's not eliminating inefficiencies. That's eliminating attempts to improve and prolong life.
Well, that's what happens this is the response to the top-down government control system that the Obama people have. But my question about the American system is where's the Sam Walton of American healthcare? That in every other aspect of American life, what the genius of America is, America doesn't have the best food. It doesn't have the best. If you want the finest of the finest, you go to a European handicrafts person. What America was always famous for, the genius of American business, was the ability to produce a good enough product at a fabulous price and make it available to everybody, and to unleash remorseless seeking after efficiency. And Walmart is the culmination of those people who were tooling the machining the bullets in that arsenal I forgot about Daniel Borston's book. What instead the United States has a handicraft healthcare system. It has at the top the best possible healthcare. The average quality is not that great, but the best of the best is excellent, but at an astounding price. And we all know the numbers. It's we spend 4 points more of GDP than the next runner-up, which I think is Switzerland. That's the equivalent of the entire U.S. defense budget. And even though we spend those 4 extra points of GDP as compared to Switzerland, Americans live not as long as the Swiss do.
But that could easily be from other factors.
But those other factors are not. Yeah, of course it's from other factors. It's for sure it's right that if you walk into an American hospital riddled with 14 gunshot wounds, you'll probably do better than if you walk into a Swiss hospital riddled with 14 gunshot wounds. But when I'm assessing, is this money being intelligently spent? All those other things do matter. It might be that it would make more sense to invest money in making sure that fewer people are riddled with gunshot wounds than in surgeons that prevent people from being riddled with gunshot wounds. They save you after you're riddled.
You sound like my liberal friends who argue, well, we need to restrict end-of-life care so we can spend more money on education. Well, people think spending money on education in the current system is a black hole. They would much rather spend on end-of-life care.
But I'm not saying, when I say we, I don't mean collectively. What I want to know is, where is the entrepreneur
here's an alternative
who is signing people up with cost by offering them cost-conscious policies and then forcing efficiency
like
through
Geico,
the system.
But here,
like Sam Walton, our friend Rob Long has a charming little essay, actually kind of ominous little essay, actually called Three Bean Salad.
No.
Have you ever read this? Okay, it was in one of his radio commentaries. He describes these two friends of his who had a business where they made a salad of garbanzo beans and lima beans and kidney beans, and they were selling to local operations. And one day they get a visitor from, I think, Trader Joe's, who says, "We're prepared to buy 10,000 cases and make you a really big business." But he looks around the factory. He says, "I'd say that your costs here seem to be about 88 cents a gallon. Is that right?" Well, 89 cents. Okay, 89 cents a gallon. We'll pay you 94. And if you don't like it, you can sell to somebody else other than Trader Joe's. We'll get our three-bean salad somewhere else. So I want that guy working on the American healthcare system to be walking into every hospital and saying, you do it this way, you're not going to do it this way anymore. This is what we're going to pay for this. This is what we're going to pay for that. And you have to now push all of your providers to find the efficiencies.
An alternative line of argument is if a Sam Walton or a Geico were going to emerge in the healthcare market, it would have emerged already. They've had several. But
there are all kinds of rules. It's illegal. It's illegal. That's why it doesn't happen.
There's also something weird about the healthcare market, which is no,
no one ever has to think about what it costs. All we ever see is what we can get. Let me put it this way: it's like the way air travel used to be. If you were the flyer and your employer were the payer, then obviously you would want the most comfortable seat you could possibly get. It would be irrational to want anything else.
But there's also a peculiar perversity in healthcare that is not true in most businesses, which is if you provide better service, you get penalized for it in the market instead of rewarded for it. If Sam Walton gives better service and cheaper prices, people flock to his stores, and he makes more money. If you, as the David Frum Healthcare Company, give better service and more better care to people, sick people will flock to your company, and a vicious cycle will take place where they will drive up your costs and you will lose money. It's one of the few businesses, schools are another one, where your profits depend on the class of customers you get as opposed to the service you provide. That is a perversity that the market has not overcome, and maybe the best thing to do is to have a competition within the framework of government-provided insurance that eliminates that perversity. So the government says we're going to spend X amount, and it's up to private business to figure out what the best medical device is that will cure people. But just let me put it this way.
I think the question which